gentlemen. Bop. How's it going, man? There you
Peaceful,
go.
peaceful, Chris. How you feeling?
Peaceful. I'm having a good time. My cheeks hurt. I've been laughing so much today. So,
I've been laughing with you.
Bob, you
Wait,
are a
before,
man.
before you get started, Chris, I just want to pay homage, man, to that queen that was just in a box, man. She amazing. I love her energy, her vibe. I definitely faved her, man. I hope she does a lot more streaming on MEETME.
Right,
Yeah,
right. She's got the
right.
personality, and
Yeah, she
I
really
don't.
does.
I don't know that there could be someone who has more knowledge that could apply to a lot of people who download this.
Facts.
Good choice. But Bob, you're a man of a lot of talents yourself, and you've been doing many big things lately. So real quick, just to hop to it, can you introduce yourself? Let everybody know who you are.
Well, I'm Bob Boy CEO, the uh, the head and founder of Bob Nation within the app. I'm on POF. I've been streaming for like 4 months, man. We have the largest family in the app, one of the strongest families within this app, and it's taking the message.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's an understatement because in the few months that you've been on, you're now one of the top performers on the leaderboard. As I mentioned, I've known you longer than I've seen you because I've been saying who you are on those leaderboard announcements way before I actually saw you in a stream. Um, so about four months ago, what was going on with life? How did you wind up with POF live streaming?
Honestly, I've been in tune with the app POF for quite some time. I just, it had never really been my thing. I'm kind of a more active and everyday life type of person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Versus filming my life. And I just so happened to click on the app. I happened to click on the app, and you know I saw a new feature on it that I had never seen before. So I clicked on it and I started navigating. I
Yeah.
started reading about it, going into the details of it just to get a better understanding of the realm that I was stepping into. And
Mhm.
man, once I understood what it was, and I got probably over 100 lives, just thanks to people.
Yeah.
I said, let me see what it's like to go live. So I went live, and the rest is history.
Had you had any sort of experience in social media before it? Any type of background in entertainment?
Well, entertainment. BOP actually was an entertainment company that I started back in 2010, throwing concerts, shooting videos, and doing commercials.
Oh,
And
wow.
so I'm actually like very in tune with the entertainment industry, like all over the country. Um,
Okay.
but I hadn't done anything with that company in a while, so it had kind of just been sitting and just laying dormant. But BOP is something that I came up with even years before that, and BOP stands for Billionaires on Paper. You know what I mean? And it's a beginning and an ending. It's like every person that's a part of Billionaires on Paper is like their billionaire spirit when they come to BOP. And when they leave, Bob, when it's all said and done, because of the things and the focus that I have for all of us on a whole grander scale of just us existing, is when it's all said and done, we will all be billionaires on paper. Like
Hmm.
it's a like I said, it's a beginning and an ending.
So it's like a manifestation of the goal in the name.
The only way a goal can manifest is to
You gotta
bring
write
it
it out.
to
You gotta
manifest.
write it out and aspire to it. I love it. Okay. Where did that hunger come from where you said, you know what, I need to get these things laid out so that I can start this movement or start this family? Where did that motivation come from? Why did you want
Um, Being honest, man, I have children, and
it?
I love them in an unimaginable way. And it's like I sit back and I look at what the world is and what it's becoming, daily. And life not promised to nobody. So with that said, it's like I have to do my part in making sure that like my impact in this world is impactful enough to where my children is embraced with the same love and respect I was, if not more, whether I'm here or not. You know what I mean? When I say my children, I understand that it's bigger than just the children that come from me. I look at life in a very different way than most people. I pay attention to things that a lot of people don't pay attention to. And because of that, I love in an unimaginable way. And with that, it's like, you know, I understand my responsibility to this world and I accept it. So
Sure.
I move according to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Is there anything that you feel like has happened in your life or that has given you that perspective where you feel like you see things different or want things different?
I mean, honestly, Chris, just what I come from, man. I'm a black male. I'm from Chicago. Um, you know, and they portray Chicago all over the media as a war zone, you know. So it's, you know, it's a war zone, and it's been that way long
Sure.
before I got here. You know what I mean? It's just different. It's levels to everything in life. And with that said, you know, I come from, man, a rough place. You know,
Sure.
it's and with that place being what it is, of course, it has a different dynamics when it comes to the levels of growth as you progress through it. You know what I mean? And with that said, I pride myself, man, on being a person who rather consuming myself with, you know, the emotional aspects of what I've been through and telling the story of even what I've been through is more so expounding in the aspects of what I've learned.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the greatest lesson is gonna live.
Sure. Yeah. There's an adage or a saying that I really like. It goes, "A fool doesn't learn from their own mistakes. A smart person learns from their own mistakes. A wise person learns from the mistakes of others."
Right.
And so it sounds like you've adopted that in many ways, where you're trying to take the things that you have seen that would not be constructive, avoided them, so that you could do great things yourself. Uh, I'm interested to know with the BOP Entertainment, when you were doing advertising, marketing, that type of work, how did that go for you? Was there anything that you achieved through that surprised you or that you're really proud of?
Honestly, man, when I started the company, it took off way quicker than I imagined it to. And
Mhm.
because it took off so quick, it had me, I was forced to slow things down just to apply more structure to it, to make sure, you know, I was implementing the people who, you know, had work to be implemented. And uh man, it was a blessed situation. Honestly, what slowed me down in it is I started going through a personal situation with my grandfather. He was dying of cancer, and
Wow.
at the time I was living like outside of Chicago in another city, and I was traveling back and forth every day, you know, trying to nurse my grandfather back to health. I have a lot of women in my family, so I was dealing with a lot of their emotions behind what was going on, plus their lives, you know, and it was just real stressful for me, and I ended up kind of messing up a lot of money. So it stagnated me being able to continuously excel and grow in it. But it was more so temporary. And then once I had the opportunity to take back off, I had kind of got invested into like real estate, and I was doing, you know, some stuff with a construction. I was a project manager of a construction company at the
Wow.
time.
Yeah, man of many hats. You've been doing a lot of things. And I mean, how long ago does that compare to where you are now? I mean, these past 4 months, starting up with live streaming.
Honestly, I had been dealing with a personal situation where I kind of had been sitting still for a while, anyways. So I I like I said, when I started streaming, man, the level of love and embrace, man, that I received and the support is unimaginable. And it's extremely humbling for me because, like I said, I come from a jungle, man, and in the jungle, it's not no love, you know.
Mhm.
So for me to be able to experience that at this magnitude, and it to come from the genuine people that it comes from, especially sitting back and witnessing the different things and how different things go within the app. For me to have that, man, to the point where everybody is like almost mad if they can't come and watch it or, you know, mimic it or do whatever it is that they want to do. It's like, man, that's a blessing. You know what I mean? And I'm a
Yeah.
person who's honestly deserving of it, because a lot of people can have that platform and be able to express themselves in the same exact manner, and literally it be of content but not of substance. And the thing
Mhm.
is, when we're living in a world and we're witnessing what's taking place, and we understand wholeheartedly that this is bigger than us, it's about who's to come after us. Then it's like, you know what I mean. It's like, I feel like it's safe to say we should be at a place more so consuming ourselves with putting substance out there, giving people, not, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's nothing wrong with humor and laughter. That's good for the soul. But at the same time, it's like a building process has to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And what better way than with a platform is as vast as this?
I mean, you said something pretty big there, profound, in that the live stream community or the people on it can become something bigger than yourself. So, in what ways do you feel like the community has become something bigger for you? Also, if you can scooch to the side a little bit, yeah, there you go, there you go. You're getting covered there. What ways do you feel like the community or the app has become something big?
Is that better?
And then keep going the other way. There you go. There you go. Perfect. Yep. So, in what ways do you feel like the app has become something a little bit bigger for you?
Honestly, man, it gave me the range of, and I mean, not to say other apps didn't give me the same range. It's just it didn't intrigue me enough.
Mm.
And for this app to be structured, man, this is genius technology right here. Honestly, like I don't care how many apps is using it, doing it. It's genius, and it's almost like no cap to it. You know what I mean? Like when I saw this and I understood what it was like my mind, man, my gift in this world is literally I could take anything in this world. I don't care if it's the phone that we own, this bottle of water, a car outside. I could take anything in this world mentally and you know be able to project it and like redesign it and make it better to where it's like more acceptable on a global level versus a regional level. And like that's literally my gift. So like when I saw this, my mind just began to work, and it opened my mind to so many different avenues as far as different things that I personally can do to implement within the app and grow myself. But I'm a person who's more about other people, and that's where I found my greatest pleasure. So it's like, man, for me to be able to do the things that I can do within this app and help so many people grow at the same time is, man, words can't even express
Yeah, I would say, what would you consider to be an example of it? But it kind of talks for itself because you are one of the top performers ever already on the app, and you've been here for about 4 months. So I'd like to know, what do you attribute that success to? How do you feel that you're able to grow so fast? What advice do you have to people who would like to try and grow how you did?
Honestly, man, when it comes to reaching pinnacles of growth and success in life, you have to understand, and we have to pull ourselves away from self. Even though you're the person who may reach that position or that plateau, you can't reach that thinking about self. You have to when it comes to reaching a plateau of success in life, you have to consider other people and genuinely do it. You know what I mean? And when you genuinely do it, man, I'm a person who, man, a lot of people you probably hear say it now, but I'm the person who came to this app saying it like, man, the love is gonna always overpower the hate. So with that said, it's like, man, engulf yourself in love. You know what I mean? And genuinely care about others. You know what I mean? Don't worry about this person or that person coming back, man. Just keep being a blessing that you are, and it's gonna all come back.
Sure.
Temptation, you know what I mean? But like I said, when it comes to growing, you have to be willing to trust to an extent as well. And that's one of the things that I really like about this app. It forces people to trust while we're looking at the world promote us not trusting, all the way down to social distancing with the mask. You know what I mean? That's what the world is promoting, and for us to be able to use this platform as a way to rebuild and reestablish that trust. You know what I mean? Like with my family, one of the people ask me all of the time, like, what's the purpose of your family? And I tell them, like, man, to reset the standard of what family is and how it should be handled. And that's on and off the app.
Okay, so I guess kind of how I'm understanding it and what you're saying is that success for you is keeping in mind that you're not the sole reason that you're getting there. It's the people who are backing you. Um, and
Undoubtedly.
that and
Without
that
these people, I wouldn't be nothing on this platform. They the ones who make it all possible.
right.
Literally.
Well, and that ended up happening too because you ended up doing very well and placed in the Battle Games tournament, which is, I mean, for any streamer, a major achievement. But you did that within a very short amount of time being on the platform. So with that, I mean, you've achieved top badge, you've achieved one of the top positions within like doing battle games and things like that. So I want to know, what's the next step for you? What's the next goal? You're going to mark in the sand that you want to run towards.
Well, I got quite a few, honestly, man, when it comes to the app alone. But mostly, man, to just put more emphasis on building my family, man, and showing people what that process is like and how important it is in order for you to be successful in this app without you having to, kind of shift the integrity of it in order for you to, you know what I mean, achieve or like for success.
Yeah.
Got a lot of major plans, man. Like one of the things that I was just recently talking to my family about in my stream is, and I'm gonna reach out to the proper order, in regards to making sure everything is good with it. But I'm working on getting clearance from different streamers and stuff for their images and their voice to do an animation. Because I was in my stream kind of watching a movie the other day, and Jim B popped in and he was telling me like, technically we're not supposed to, do it like that or whatever because of the content. So and understanding that, I was like, okay. And then it just kind of came to me like, well, I have, someone close to me who does animations and things like that. So I was thinking like, well, why don't I do like a cartoon of the app? Like literally like different streamers, I get their clearance and I'm going to record their streams, take actual things that's taking place within the weeks on the stream of the streamers that I have the clearance for. And you know what I mean? We're going to implement it like, man, make it really funny, amazing, and set a certain time or 2 days out the week to where I actually show it on my stream because that's my personal content that I would own.
Yeah. I mean, that sounds definitely unique. I've never seen anything like that before. So
That's one of the things, man, that we got planned moving forward. That's like I said, man, ultimately for the better good of everyone, man. I love to see everybody grow, man, and help people understand that one, they're not alone. I know what it's like to feel alone in life, and in understanding what that feeling is like, the last thing I want to do is force or not be an aid to someone who is feeling that way. You know what I mean? So I just do what I can, man, to be impactful, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely understand. Is there anything else that, I mean, outside of streaming that you're interested in or that you're passionate about or love to do?
Man, marketing. I'm like an entrepreneurship period. Honestly, like I just like that's my zone, man. I love it. That's me to the T.
An entrepreneur.
I love, man. I love just being able to wrap my brain around situations, man, and no matter what level that it may be at, be able to advance it, take it to the next level, man. That's an amazing feeling, especially when you're doing it at a level where it's responsible for so many people's growth taking place at the same time. Like that's
Yeah, we all have a role to play as far as building community and helping to establish other streamers and things like that, which was the original purpose of doing the show, was to highlight and talk about other streamers, what they're doing, and why people should tune into them. So on that note, Bob, when do you go live? So people want to see you, if they want to favorite you, when do you go live?
I actually don't have like set times that I go live, man. And that's another beautiful aspect of what we've been doing, man, since I came into the app. Every aspect of it is organic. It's raw, like the energy, everything. It's like it's not a planned or you know what I mean? I'm just now beginning to apply structure to my life.
Oh well. Okay. So but you go live about every day, right?
So yeah. I'll be live within the, say I'm in Central, so we'll say like sometimes I get on a little early, but usually I'm live between the hours of like 5 and overnight, honestly.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else that you want to talk about that you're passionate about, love doing, that you like to share? Go over.
My hobby, man. My hobbies is fishing, and I love riding horses, man. Horses.
You ride horses? You can ride horses in Chicago?
Yeah. I'm actually an instructor.
You're a horse riding instructor?
Yeah.
Can you tell us about that?
I mean, it's an amazing experience. Like, the only thing that I used to compare to riding horses was riding a motorcycle. And riding a motorcycle doesn't even compare to riding a horse because just the understanding and like knowing that this is a wild animal tamed to a point where you're able to do what you're doing. And honestly, horses have a lot of personality. So getting to know the horse and things like that is just all amazing. It's an amazing experience and it's very, very relaxing.
Man, that's impressive to me because, like, for someone like me, the closest I have to horse riding is like knowing the beginning lyrics to Old Town Road or something. I'm like nowhere near. I would like die if I had to try and ride a horse. What? Because it's Chicago and is where you're from. You said. How did you even get interested in horses? I would imagine like there's just not the space in a city. Like,
well, right
learn
next
about
to
horses.
like Wisconsin, Indiana, So it's farmland around in southern Illinois as well. But I would say I had a family member, an uncle, when I was younger, who we would go out and visit, and he had so much land. He had like everything on his land that you could possibly think of. There, man. It was like I always wanted that since I was just a child. And
Yeah.
I got older, and I, started moving around the city and different places outside of the city. I just, ended up getting in tune with a barn that has an amazing stable of horses, and man, I just,
That's really cool. Do you know off the top of your head like any facts or interesting, I don't know, takeaways about horses or horse riding? Or I wouldn't even know where to start really about equestrian.
um, I mean, honestly, the most important fact there is to know about riding a horse is just getting to a place of becoming one with the horse. And in order for you to do that, just like anything or anyone else in his life, you got to take time to get to know it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And literally, like people might look at that and think it's crazy, but if you actually take time to experience a horse, they really have personality. They'll fucking communicate with you. I mean, forget my language, but
No,
yeah, do
no,
that,
I mean
man.
they're smart animals. So
Extremely smart.
yeah, that's really cool. So you're a horse riding entrepreneur slash live stream community builder. That's it's quite a resume.
Can't forget fishermen as well.
Oh yeah, fishing. Okay, so what kind of fishing do you like to do?
Largemouth bass, cat. I mean, I like pay lakes. I just the whole sport of it. You know what I mean? When I'm in the sport mode of fishing, I prefer to go to pay lakes because it's constant action. You know what I mean?
What does that mean? Pay what?
A pay lake.
Pay. Oh, it's a location.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Well, I was like, I have no idea what pay lake fishing is. It's like a technique where you throw dollar bills on the lake. I don't know. You pay lake. I'm not sure, but yeah, I figured it out now. It's a location. Have you ever done deep sea fishing?
No, I haven't. I haven't.
Deep sea fishing is something that I used to do. I used to do deep sea fishing with my grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's that like?
it really doesn't count because they have fishing spots where they know fish will bite, and they drive you out into the ocean and you cast your line down and you wait and then you reel it up and then they unhook it for you. And if it's big enough to keep, you keep it. And if not, they throw it back. It really doesn't count. It's the most I used to do bass fishing and stuff. I got out of fishing myself because well, anyway, this is not about me. This is about you. But anyway, the point is, yeah, you're a fisherman. Um, and you're a horse rider. And okay, any other interesting facts that we should know about you before we wrap up?
I'm a person who's genuinely here, man, for the people, man, and the growth and empowerment of them. Because a lot of times throughout life, and even in different platforms, we get robbed of our voices, man.
Yeah. Well, I
No
mean,
matter the color or none of that shit matters, man. You know what I
okay.
mean? It's us as people that experience unnecessary things, and ultimately, man, I'm a person who's genuinely here for other people. Like, so, if you want to build, you want to get to know some amazing people, man. Some of the most amazing people within this app comes to my stream. So please feel free. You're gonna be welcome. You're gonna be loved on, embraced, man. My family is amazing. All of the women that's floating in these comments now, I appreciate all of y'all being here from the family, even people not from the family, supporters of the family. I just love and appreciate all of y'all, which I know all of y'all already know, but for the people who don't, man, come experience this, man.
Much love. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, everybody, if you've not favorited Bop, the horse riding, fish filleting, marketing man, I couldn't think of a good one for him. I don't know. Give him a favorite. Check out his live streams. He's a battle streamer. He's gonna give you some advice and give you a shoulder and ear to listen to. Bob, thank you so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you.
Nothing but love and respect, bro. I appreciate you, Chris.
Much love, Bob. All right, we'll see you next time.
Peace.
Hey, that's the show, everybody. We do this every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We bring on 3